welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ty's Take. Dave here, your sort of smart space guy, and I am with the star of the show, Ty Rade, former space marine turned space advocate. Hello, Ty. And this is episode 11, our 11th episode. So we thought in this episode we will. Ty mentioned to me that she has a couple of questions, just general questions. So after having done 10 episodes now and talked about a lot of different things, we're going to just let her ask whatever questions she has on her mind and see, if I'm able to answer. And we'll call that our wrap up of those first 10 episodes. So Ty, if you want to take it away.
Great. Yeah. So we've obviously talked a lot about this. For your own, perspective of the whole thing and your own opinions, when it comes to space, what is your goal for humanity on Earth? What do you see us being, and what's your goal when it comes to all this?
When it comes to this, yeah. Good question. I think really it comes down to a lot of the 40 Sons mission in general, and kind of where this all started, and that is something that we can all come together over. And I know I've said that a number of times, and I will continue to beat that drum for that. I mean, that's the whole thing we're after. And it really makes sense when you think about it. I mean, yes, it's not just as simple as, okay, everybody start getting along, start cooperating. It's not that easy, but fundamentally it is that easy. It is that simple. And so my hope is that with a big enough objective, and space is about as big of an objective as you could go for. Obviously there are other things we could all focus on as a planet, as humanity. Space is what 40 Sons has chosen. Space is what we're trying to get people to focus on. And it really has two major outcomes from that. The biggest one is that cooperation. If we're going to do it, it's going to take all of us working together. We all, at least a majority of us, have to put our shoulder to that wheel, to the wheel of space. The second thing is the goal itself. If we do come together and work towards space, we achieve the ability to become extraplanetary, to go other places, to have options to Earth. So it seems to me, and I don't think I'm wrong in this, I don't think the 40 Sons mission is off target here. I think it really is a worthwhile goal. And I believe that with a big enough challenge, if everybody's kind of coming together over a big challenge, a lot of our smaller challenges kind of fall away. It's almost like an analogy with a person. If you're just sitting around arguing with your family in the room, sitting on the couch and bitching and moaning, and you've got a stubbed toe or something like that, it's like something really hurts. You're going to notice that stubbed toe, and nobody's getting along. Nothing's really happening. But if you all go out and you're all really working hard in the yard and trying to spruce up the house or something like that, not only is everybody working together and you're not arguing, but you kind of tend not to notice the stubbed toe. You don't notice some of those little things, and they tend to go away. They work themselves out. So I think we really stand to gain a lot by going after an objective like space. So that's my hope for humanity here on Earth, that we actually make an impact and get people thinking in those terms.
Okay, almost like a world peace kind of vision.
It sounds a lot like a world peace kind of thing, which of course, every Miss America contestant, that's always their answer, world peace. It sounds like a very simple, simplistic kind of idealistic goal, and it is, but it also truly is as simple as a decision. So again, we've talked about that too, but anyway, yeah.
Okay, great.
So there you go.
So my next question.
My hope for humanity.
Great, that's awesome. We've obviously talked a lot about getting other people interested in space. Yeah. And all you have to do is get interested. So then for you, what is your favorite thing happening in space right now?
I think my favorite thing is space itself, that it's actually happening. That as much is happening in space right now as is happening. I believe that is the most exciting thing to me. And it's one reason I kind of looked at this and said, there's enough actually happening right now that if more people knew about it, more people would get into it. And then it kind of feeds that flywheel, more interest and more activity, et cetera, et cetera. If I had to pick one favorite thing, I would say my single favorite thing right now is Starship, the new rocket by SpaceX. I don't know if you've seen any headlines on that or anything like that, but it's like a whole new paradigm in rockets. It's a whole new, like it's everything from the size to, how much it can lift to what it can do, its reusability. The whole thing is a whole new way of doing rockets, something we haven't done before. And I love that we're pushing that envelope. And it's working. We've had like 3 tests now. Each test, it gets better and better. The 4th test is coming up maybe even next month. And yeah, so I mean, that one thing, if I had to pick one thing, Starship. Starship is my favorite thing that's happening right now. Plus, it's big and it's fast and it's loud. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. So,
of course.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my final question is, where would you see 40 Suns, like 40 Suns itself as an entity? Where do you see that in like a year from now? Do you have any like specific plans? Where do you see them going?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it grow quickly. I'm just going to put a number on it. I would like to have 100,000 books in circulation. It's kind of a big number, but then in the world of books, if you think of a really, really popular book like a Harry Potter or something like that, you're talking millions. So 100,000 really isn't that many books to get out there, but it still would be a significant impact. If 100,000 people had bought the book and read it in a year from now, that would be pretty awesome. I'd like to have our site going more, with people actively going to the site. I'd like to have a lot more people signed up to your newsletter, which, by the way, I forgot to put that banner up here. We have the Friday recap that Ty sends out every Friday. So check the description below. Put the little banner as a reminder. And you are going to be the voice, the spokesperson. You're going to be, right now, we're basically bringing you up to speed on everything Earth and everything space here on Earth and so forth. But as you get up to speed more and more, I want to take advantage of your passion and your desire to help and really have you become just like a shining beacon. It's going to be hard for you not to be a shining beacon with that orange beret, but I want to have you be a shining beacon of our space future. So 100,000 books, tons of people signed up for the newsletter, a very active website, and lots more Ty a day. That's my goal for 40 Suns.
Awesome.
For the next year.
That sounds like a great goal. I support.
Good. I'm glad that you do. All right. Very good. Well, then we will send this off and we'll see you in the next recording. All right.